Hey everybody, it's your host Rannalt here, back with another Star Wars Minecraft tutorial. Today we're going to be doing the Y-Wing. Let's get started here. We are going to use white wool, yellow wool, some light gray wool, some quartz slab, some stone slab, some quartz stairs, some gray wool, some pressure plates, and some glass. So let's get building. The first thing we're going to do here is with some white wool up in the ground here. You can do it on the ground if you want. But we're going to go ahead and start with the very front. And you're going to make like an E on its side. So you can see it's 5 blocks wide. And then you're going to leave a gap, the 2 gaps. And then you're going to fill those with the gray wool. And then you're going to do a half slab right in the front. Come around to the back, and you're going to extend it 3 more blocks, so it's actually 4 wide. And we're going to fill this in, but we're going to leave one little gap right in the middle right there. And we're going to come down below and do the same thing. This thing goes so fast. Alright, so what you're going to do is on that end block right there, you're going to come out 1 and you're going to come back 3. And then you're going to step it out again. And you're going to come back 5. So we'll step it out 1, 1, 2, 3. Step it out 1 more. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And number 5. So we went ahead and stepped in the yellow, as you can see. And we're going to fill this in here. And we're just making a little hollow spot for the cockpit area. A couple pressure plates right there. Yep. And we're going to go back to the white wool here. And on the ends, you're going to make a little 2x2 box. And that'll kind of like spearhead the shape. So underneath here, you can see how the yellow doesn't trace around like it does on top. I went ahead and filled in gray, so it's 5 by 5 with this one little bit sticking out right here. And then you're going to step it down and in. One block. And you're going to bring it all the way back here. We'll do both sides. And you're going to bring it all the way to the end. And you're going to step it one more time. So there's the 2 little notches. And now we fill in the whole thing. And we're going to leave this little notch here because it's like where it connects to the neck part. So you're going to run, you're just going to fill in the gap here with some stone half slabs. And then you're going to knock out these little inside blocks and this center block. So you're making kind of like the E in the front again, but like 2 of them stacked together. And you're going to make the little connecting joints with half slabs, and then in the center here you're going to put a piece of black wool, or sorry, gray wool. And then behind here we're going to make another little wall of slabs, so it steps up. And then we're going to run our glass. So the center one is Just for reference, we're going to break it out here in a second. So we'll run our stairs. So originally I used stone stairs, but there's quartz stairs now, so they look better with the white. Come on, there we go. And then this gap back here, I'm gonna fill with the glass behind the stair to the half slabs, and then I'm gonna break out the middle except for the first 2 blocks. And you can do the inside in here however you want. There's two pilots for a Y-wing, so you know, just put 2 seats in here however you want. How am I gonna do it? I think I'm gonna put one the back one, maybe in between this yellow right here. No, I don't like him having a space behind him like that. So yeah, I'll put him against the back wall and then him a block in front of the yellow. And then I'm gonna build up like some terminals and controls around him with half slabs, kind of so there's like seats sunken in. And if you want, you can knock out one of these front blocks and put a piece of glowstone or something to light up the cockpit. I think that's what I'm gonna do now that I've got these in. Yeah, I'll just grab a piece of glowstone, throw it in here. Oh. And if you wanted, you could put like a picture frame or something on it, so it looks like a computer terminal, or you could put an item frame and put a map on it. So, and then it would light up with the glowstone behind it. So now what I'm going to do is take the quartz slabs, or sorry, the stone slabs, and run a strip straight down the center, floating over that gap. And boom shakalaka, the front of our Y-wing is already done. So let's go ahead and extend this back out, and you're going to make a 5x5 square basically. And you're going to do one on top and one on the bottom. The top one is going to be half a step up from the blocks in front of it, and the bottom one is going to be even with the blocks that we made coming out of the back. So then what we're going to do is make this little power cell thing here. It's just a 2x3 little block, and then we're going to run the gray behind it. So it's 3x3, but with the back layer gray and the front 2 layers light gray. Then we're going to come in here with the half slabs and make another little connector. We're going to put some pressure plates up on top, and we're going to put our astromech droid in. What color should we use? Let's do red. We'll do a red astromech droid. I think they're cool. And we'll do a white quartz slab on top of him, so it'll look all shiny and new, since this is a brand new Y-wing that we're making. Hopefully we see some of these older vehicles in the new Star Wars Episode 7 that J.J. Abrams is making. I know that you see some TIE Fighters and you see a Millennium Falcon and some X-Wings, so it'd be cool to see some Y-Wings and maybe a B-Wing or 2. So we're going to run another little layer of slabs there and kind of step it up, as you can see, back to the astromech droid, and he's sitting down in his little socket. So let's come underneath here. And that box that we just made, we're going to extend it down another block so it sticks underneath the neck a little bit, so you can see that it's like not part of the neck, it's just another little piece inside this frame. This gray wool here, it's going to overhang and make like this L shape you can see. And then with the light gray wool, we're going to step it out 1 and then come back 3 and make it 2 tall. So put a block there, step it out 1, break that block, make it 2 tall and 3 wide, or 3 long, however you want to say it. And then what you're going to do is on that 3rd block, you're going to come out 5 more blocks. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you're making the little suspension parts for the engines here. And then you're going to just run a strip of gray along the back side and up towards the front, but leave a gap in the front because we're going to put some light gray wool up there. And again, we're going to make this double thick. Nice. And it's coming along pretty good here. We're gonna run just another little strip of this gray down the center. And we're gonna switch to light gray, and then boom. And come underneath. We'll get the ones underneath here. Alright, on this back side here, we're gonna take light gray wool. We're gonna come out 2, and we're gonna make it even with the stripe up front. So it's 5 wide. So we make a little 2x5 little cube there, or rectangle there. And then behind it, we're gonna make a 3x3 and then a little lip that overhangs it. And you're gonna come in 3 more and then put another block in the center. So we're coming out here to the engines, and you're gonna do a 4x3x2 basically, so that it's centered on the little suspension, and on the back you're gonna break out the top center block and you're gonna put a piece of glass. You're gonna do 1 layer of yellow, and then you're gonna do, you see me make a mistake here, it's 2, you're gonna do 2 wide of the white in the front, and you see me come back later and fix it, but just so you know, you can do it now if you wanted. So it's 4 wide in the back, then a strip of yellow, and then 2 wide in the front. Or as you were, they're 3 wide but 4 long. And then 1 strip of yellow, and then here I make the mistake again. You're gonna do 2 white there if you wanted. So we're gonna come to the center, and we're gonna run a strip of half slabs. These ones are actually gonna stick out, so they're gonna overhang that little front part, and they're gonna cut over the wing suspension thing, and they're gonna come all the way to the length of the main engine body right there. And then you're gonna overhang the center blocks, and you're gonna make like a little framework out of half slabs. And don't worry about doing the bottom yet. The bottom's a little different, and we'll tackle the bottom at the very end. So there's our little connector. So basically there's where our engine connects to the wing. So same thing, run across the back, and then run a strip on the outside, even with the support. So boom, just like that. And it's looking a little close, but trust me, I know we have room here. Just barely, but it'll fit. So you're gonna do 2 sets of 2, and then you're gonna do another center one overhanging the back there. So let's go ahead and finish up these wings real quick. So it's 15 long from the back right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And you're going to do that in all 4 corners. And this is where the design changes again a little bit, because when I originally built the Y-wing, we couldn't flip it. We couldn't flip stairs upside down. And you couldn't place half slabs up top, or, you know, it was just, things were crazy on Xbox 360. Now on Xbox One, I can show you guys a cooler way to do the stairs than that old way. So once you've got that filled in there, I'm just using a stair here to to, I don't know why. Because basically we're going to get rid of these stairs here. We're going to do a half slab underneath on the top. So we've got like this little 4. And then where the step would go down, we'll put one half slab floating free in the middle. So we have this nice little rounded looking shape. And we'll go ahead and do that on both sides. So I can show you again here. So you just stack it. Just like that. And our Y-wing is pretty close to done. We're getting pretty far along here. So let's get these tracks here, because there's these little turbines up top. I don't know if you can see them back there, that we put basically in these back corners. So you just put 4 tracks and boom, it makes the little circle, and it's like a little turbine, like fan or something, up on top. Because the Y-wings have, like when they originally built the models of the Y-wings, they cannibalized all these old model kits. So it's got all this like hoses and just junk on it from other stuff that's really recognizable. So it helps the realism. So you can see how I'm making basically 2 little platforms out of half slabs here, boxing in the furnaces that I placed there. So like it's like where the jets kind of shoot out the back. But that's not the engine. That's just like exhaust. The engines are these on the sides. So I don't want any Star Wars fans yelling at me in the comments saying, oh, the engines are on the sides. You know, that's not the engine in the back. Or the thrusters or whatever they are. Look, man, I'm just building Minecraft models. So here's that mistake I made earlier that I was telling you about. Go ahead and, if you haven't done it yet, run a second layer. Ooh. And then we're going to put some pressure plates on top. Just a strip down each side. So not one in the center there. Just a strip down each side. Let's do a couple more in here. Just some detail. Put 2 there. And you don't have to do them perfect. Like on this inside, like I said, like it's just a bunch of junk from different models glued on. So it doesn't have to look 100% symmetrical. So let's put some buttons along this like suspension frame here, and then you're gonna put one on each corner of the front of your like engine thruster things. Now we're going to tackle the undercarriage. So because the way the slabs line up, we have to actually step it down. So you step it down from the front here, and you're going to make this little L shape. And then you're going to come around to the back side and continue on from those half slabs and follow along that gray until you come even with the support that's coming off of the back. And then that's it right there. We're going to go ahead and finish up the other side. Just mirror it. It's the same thing. Pretty solid looking Y-wing, if I don't say so myself. And when they're flying in formation, I mean, look at that. It looks awesome. Let's do a couple more buttons on the side. So we'll get a couple more there. You know, and you can put a couple more sporadically if you want. And then let's get some pressure plates along the front here. Just even with the yellow. And bam, look at that thing. So this is the end of my Y-Wing tutorial. I hope it helps you guys out. Stay tuned for the A-Wing, which is coming up next. And hope to see you guys soon. What do you want to build today?